Graph the following equation by creating a table of values. To graph using a table of values, simply substitute several values of x and calculate the y value. Note we can also substitute values of y instead and calculate the x value. Each x and y pair corresponds to a point on the graph. Any values can be used for x. However, it's best to choose numbers that result in the easiest calculation of y and the easiest plotting of the points. Typically this means, if possible, use integer values of x that will result in integer values of y. We can then plot the points and then connect these points with a straight line. Use arrows on both ends of the line unless the domain and/or range do not consist of all real numbers. This is typical in application questions where there are restrictions on the domain and range. First, let's consider x equals 0. We substitute x equals 0 into the equation given, 3 times 0 minus 2y equals 6. We can then solve this equation for y. This gives us y equals -3. This then corresponds to a point on our graph, 0, -3. For x equals 2, substitute 2 in place of x, and we find that y equals 0. For x equals 4, we end up with y equals 3. For x equals 6, y is equal to 6. And for x equals -2, we get y equals -6. We can now plot all 5 of these points. First, 0, -3, 2, 0, 4, 3, 6, 6, and -2, -6. We connect these points with a straight line with an arrow on both ends of the line. Note that the graph of a linear equation will always be a straight line.